So, hello everybody, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Independence High podcast. So, this is a show that I am Kevin Abad. I've had this in the works for pretty much the whole summer. I had this idea, I had it all planned out, I did all artwork for it, and I honestly didn't know what it was going to be. I just wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do something like this, something online, a show online of some sorts, and a podcast was the final idea I settled with. So, I want to thank everybody for all of the support that was given to me on social media, on Instagram. 50 likes or whatever, it's not a lot to most people. It's like, whatever, I have 500 followers and I get 300 likes every picture. I don't. So it's pretty cool to me that it got that much support as fast as it has. I thought it would be like months to get to that position, but that's me lowballing my estimate so that I won't be disappointed. But so anyway, so what is this show? So this show was created for the purpose of spreading around all of the school culture, school news, and well, it's gonna not only involve school, it's gonna eventually branch out into other mediums like pop culture, and we're gonna definitely do interviews. Doesn't have to be tied to independence specifically, but eh, it's going to be for the most part because I only know people from independence. Uh, so for interviews, it's gonna be discussing topics that range from like clubs, events, or rallies, or dances, or literally anything. If you want to be interviewed, you can DM us on one of our social medias, or we're gonna have a Google form. It's probably already up by the time I'm recording this, or by the time this is uploaded. I'm recording this pretty far in advance, but so you should be able to sign up from there. So yeah, if you want to get interviewed, just let us know. So to go a little bit more in detail onto how the show is gonna work, what this is all about, I've kind of broken it up into like four segments. So the first segment is gonna be like a little intro. It's not gonna be that long. It's kind of like just whatever you see, just a standard intro that any YouTube video has, really. We have our own intro music, non-copyrighted, royalty free, of course, because God knows we can't pay for anything. Uh, and then after that, it's gonna go into a little section, which is where I guess this would be if we could actually fill up the time, but we can't right now because we're kind of still pretty early. So it's going to be school news section. Like if there's anything that needs to be discussed, any events that occurred at school. I don't want to like gossip or anything. That's not what the purpose is. It's not going to be like, oh, Steven did this or something. It's not going to be that. It's going to be like last year, we had fences around the entire school. Definitely would have talked about that. Definitely would have complained. I could complain about that for like an entire episode. Uh, I was almost late for like second period every day, and it was not fun because I used to go in there early, just mess around. But anyway, that's not the point. So it's going to be school news. I'm going to talk about pretty much all the stuff that's on School Loop. They have the little school news section, but most people just read the title or they don't even do that. They just ignore it. On this show, I plan to not only tell you what it is, I'm also going to go, into depth about it, actually click on it. I don't think anyone ever has in their entire lives. Uh, because they provide some really good opportunities there because I had an opportunity there where I got a summer internship. I got paid. It was a great experience. I worked at Achievement Engineering for a couple weeks. It was really good, part time, so it wasn't like completely my life at that point in the summer. So I had a lot of free time to just do whatever I wanted, and it was a really good experience. And so there are opportunities like that most people will never even bother to look at. There's also tons of scholarships, which I mean I haven't applied to either because I'm just like you guys. I don't really, I don't even know how to read. But yeah, I want to definitely talk about that in this section. And then after the the news is going to be the interview segment. I plan to have someone interviewed every episode. Helps fill time. I want this to be, like a standard podcast length. but I can already tell this first episode's gonna be really short. Uh, but we're just starting out, so we'll ease into it. How about that? Okay. So after the interviews, we're just gonna have like it's basically just an outro. It's gonna be just as long as the intro. I'm just gonna say, the standard YouTube stuff like remember to smash that like button, subscribe, ring that bell, leave a comment telling me what your favorite bread is. Do all that jazz. It's gonna be like that, except for not as hype, and I'm not going to annoy you with that every single time. Uh, it's just gonna be thanks for watching, whatever. Hope you enjoyed it. It's gonna be just standard stuff like that. That's all that's really planned for that. It's not gonna be very elaborate. So I have about like 10 minutes to spare. So I don't really know what I'm going to talk about. So I'll just go into I'll just go into to random stuff. So we have staff. Well, I mean, they're not paid and they're just my friends, so some nepotism there. But people working on the show, definitely want to give them a big shout out. So Chris Akinde, he's editing all of our videos. Super famous on YouTube. Look him up on YouTube. Crispy Mashups. He's got over 50K subscribers, like millions of views. Really famous, super awesome, really good at pretty much really good at everything. Way smarter than me, more talented. He should really be running the show, but he's an editor, so he's amazing. Go check him out. And then we have Erica Altman as our producer. She used to go to our school, but then because she's vastly superior to me, she was able to take a test to allow her to graduate early. Now she goes to De Anza College, planning to transfer, to like UCLA or whatever. She's our producer. Don't really know what she does. She said she wanted to join the team, and I was like, sure. Uh, but she's definitely here, definitely part of the team. So there's a shout out right there. Then we got Lynn, also same story. Don't know what she does. She just wanted to come on board, so you get mentioned in the credits. Congratulations. And that's pretty much our team so far. If you think you have any skills that can be applied to this show, you can just DM us and be like, "Hey, I'm interested in helping with the show. I'm not gonna pay you, 'cause we have no budget or money. Maybe I'll monetize this. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Whatever you guys want. If I do monetize this, all the funds will of course go to I'll go to producing the show. The 4 cents we'll make per video from the 50 people watching, that'd be pretty good. So more with the show. Again, check out our amazing staff, especially Chris. He's pretty much carrying this team. This show, I want it to be flexible. I want it to be able to branch out into different forms of media, different forms of production, different forms of content. Basically, that's the word I was looking for. That's why I kept on shuffling through words. So I want it to not just be, it doesn't have to just be podcasts. I want to be able to use this channel for any other content you guys want to see. Like if you want me to do a Minecraft Let's Play, I'll definitely do that, We could have a server and just mess around in there. That could be fun. If you want me to do like sketch comedy stuff, like stuff you would see with Smosh when it was good, or Lethal Soul. Well, they're a different name now, but stuff like that. I'll definitely do pretty much whatever is wanted of me. If you want me to just do the podcast, that's fine. I'll just do that too. Honestly, this is good enough. It's probably enough work already because I mean, I'm using my free time. Chris is using his free time. Everybody's using their free time to work on this. We don't get paid for it, so far. At least if we do start getting paid, it'll be minimal amounts. So again, this is all just really a passion project. I've just always wanted to do this. So if there's anything you guys want me to do, just let me know. Again, DM, comment, whatever you want. So I'll go into a little bit more detail about myself for those of you who don't know me. So hi, I'm Kevin Abad. I'm a what am I? I'm a senior, Independence, 17 years old. Uh, Birthday June 3rd, 2002. Social Security. No, oh wait. Anyway, so I have kind of a reputation at school for being, how do I say, like stupid or crazy, for just doing random things. Uh, Pretty much, I'm the definition of think before you speak. I'm kind of a loose cannon, so to say. Very passionate, at least. I don't really know how to describe myself, but you'll get the gist of it as the school year goes on. I do music stuff as well. I love playing the guitar. I also have a bass and a ukulele. That's fun as well. I suck at all three instruments, but they're fun to play, so I play them. I'm also a very tall individual, 6'4". So ladies, check me out. Just kidding, I'm taken. Uh, I'm very obese, but we don't talk about that, except for I just did right now, and I'm also revealing it on the internet. So how well did that go? I love playing video games. Smash Bros. I'm not good, but I like playing it. Minecraft. Got back into it. I caught on that hype train. Everybody's back on it nowadays. I play it all the time. I watch anime sometimes. I'm not as big of a anime historian as some people at our school. Shout out to Tang Chow. Uh, and shout out to Anime Club. Maybe I can interview them someday. That's the dream right there. They're like a really big club. So school is pretty good for me. I'll go to it. I'll enjoy it. Not the work aspect, but it's parts in between that I look most forward to, and oftentimes they negate all the bad. If anything, I'm okay with school. I'm just not okay with homework. Like I will about homework for forever. Uh, so yeah, I don't really have a problem with school in itself. I know a lot of people are like, I'm gonna drop out. I hate school. No, you don't. You just hate the work aspect of it. You don't like working. You just want to be social. It's an outlet to be social, but it's also an outlet for learning, which is important for your future. So study hard, kids. Don't do drugs. Okay, maybe you can do drugs. Maybe not. It's your choice. I don't recommend it though. As a man who's never done drugs, I do not recommend it. So that's enough about me. I'll go into the one news thing that was listed in School Loop before it was closed. I remember one specific thing, and it was you need to buy PE clothes if you're in PE. So a t-shirt by itself is $12. Shorts by itself is $12. If you buy both of them together, it's only 20 bucks. Horrible deal. I'm in PE too because I didn't take it sophomore or junior year because I was busy taking other classes. So I'm gonna have to buy PE clothes. That's gonna suck. I think it's stupid because like there are people who literally can't afford that, and they're gonna lose credit because of it. Pretty sure they're making it like a mandatory thing to wear PE clothes, which is not fun. I think I actually missed my opportunity to buy PE clothes, but they'll definitely sell them again. I have to. That'd be very unfair if they didn't, because they would be selling it over the summer, and people are always on vacation. My summer, I didn't even go on vacation. I just stayed in my house all day, which is my ideal summer actually. So that's all the news we have for episode one. Again, not much because school year is just starting, but later on, eventually we'll get into more detail, more entertaining stuff, great stuff all around. So with that all out of the way, I'm gonna segue into the guest. So with that all out of the way, let's go into the interview. So please welcome the first ever Independence High podcast guest, Kane Han.
Hey, my name is Kane, and I am going to be president. Well, I'm a senior, and I'm going to be president of writing club and film club. Double trouble,
Double duty. I
I
like
guess.
that. I like that.
Double duty.
Yeah.
Double duty.
Yeah. So we're only going to be talking about film club today, or I don't know, maybe we'll go into other topics, but film club, at least from the start, is going to be our intended focus. So what is like a meeting to meeting day to day experience of being like a member in the club?
Well, first you meet at A308. which
A308.
is
Okay.
Miss Saraswati's
Miss
classroom.
Saraswati's
We might
A08.
change it. A308. We might change it, but that's still tentative with my vice president right now.
Okay.
Uh, so things will change. But what we want to do is, teach members like how to film like uh, what you see on like a conventional movie you watch, right? Like, and that means like when you're filming dialogue, there's certain positions that are like kind of universal
Hmm.
to filming, and we teach that kind of things. And I've learned it. Like I practice it at home. I watch videos on it and stuff. So I just want to share that with other people. And so going in there, we'll spend a couple days like learning a couple techniques, uh, and other days we'll focus on writing scripts,
Got a
creating
tie
own
and writing
stories.
club there.
Well, yeah, which is also writing club. You can join that. Uh,
And where would we, if we wanted to join writing club, where would we meet up there?
D308 Cartonis,
Ah, Mr.
Mr.
Cartone.
Cartonis.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Anyway, some days we would write scripts, and we try since we meet during lunchtime. It's hard to actually film during that time, so my vice president and I are planning to film after school. We prep like the shots, the script and everything during lunch, and then after school we'll film.
Okay.
uh,
That sounds cool. I like that dynamic.
and then after that there's also post production. We teach editing and color grading and stuff. I still need to learn color grading more, but I'll get there by the time
YouTube
club starts.
tutorial education is very valuable
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah,
You could put that on your college application.
yeah. I know how to search the YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm, I'm
very
that
well.
that makes me stand out from other millennials. So do you have any like full on projects that like everybody in the club can participate in? I'm gonna re-say that one. Uh, do you have any projects planned in the near future for both of your for either of your? I'm gonna redo that one again. Do you have any projects planned in the near future for your clubs?
So for film club, we plan to have one big script. Everyone pitches in ideas, and we just put together one script, one story, and it'll be one semester. For one semester, we'll work on that big project, and yeah, that will be like the main thing. Besides all the the teaching of the shots and stuff, that'll probably be our main thing. Yeah.
Would you say that you are like the main teacher?
Uh, I think I'm the only teacher.
Oh, okay. Well, so I guess you are the main teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if you could use one, like, which movie best describes the atmosphere or the purpose of your club, would you say?
Spider-Man 2,
And why is that?
because Spider-Man 2 because I feel like that's like a symbol for me. It's always been a symbol of great storytelling, and using film as a medium of to tell and share stories. I think just the way like it's shot, the way it's acted, the script itself, like it knows how to convey emotion, and that's what I want people in my club to do, to practice storytelling in that way. And I guess I use Spider-Man 2 as a sort of kind of beacon of guidance.
Would you say that Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie ever made?
Yes,
You would go that far.
it is.
Would you
It,
say
it is.
would you rank it as one of the top 20 movies of all time?
Yes, I would.
What about top 10?
Top 10, yes.
Oh, wow, that's taken Spider-Man 2 to a whole new level that I never
Yeah.
thought was possible. And would you say that I was gonna say something, but I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna skip to a different question. Uh, so why should people join your club?
Because yeah, I think everyone, we live we're in an atmosphere where we have to constantly, study and grind all the time, and parents, expectations are pushing us to, s- study more or whatever. But sometimes we forget that um, a high school students should be able to create as well, not just not just listen to lectures and go home and do homework and stuff. And I think that the club will give you that opportunity to create something of your own, share it with other people, and that I think that's great,
Yeah, I
for
I
in general.
totally agree with that message because as obviously as another high school student, it's there's a clear line between creating and producing something. Creating something is something that you want to make. It's like your own creativity. It's something you put your passion into, like a
Right, right,
club or a podcast. And then if you're producing
right.
something, it's just like you're a machine. You're just doing what you're told, and that you need a platform or like a motive or something to be able to incorporate both in your life because production you can't just live your life with only production. You have to have that creative aspect to enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel like there's such a like the culture now is such like a tunnel vision. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I mean, I'm from an Asian, Asian descent, and every single family, does this thing where like they pressure their kid. Not so much my parents, but it's a pretty common thing. But
Yeah,
they pressure their kids to be engineers and stuff, and it's because of that like the kid itself starts tunnel visioning on their studies, on their it's just like they can't see anything else, and it's kind of sad that outside the bubble there's things you could do, like writing, you can film, you can create a podcast, right? There's so
yeah.
many other things outside that bubble, and it's sad sometimes to see students just just tunnel down, just studying all the time, and
Hmm.
you know, it's kind of sad. It's great that you're smart, it's great that you're studying, but I think there should also be a balance,
Yeah, just like Thanos
right?
said,
Yeah,
perfectly in balance, as all things should be.
in these steps,
Yes. And wait, I don't think the snap's there, but
or
he
whatever.
snaps eventually is the point.
Yeah,
So
eventually.
anyway, so final question: if you could give any advice to any future members of your club, what would it be?
um
Any closing comments to them?
I would say that you just gotta you have to find that balance. Like I said earlier,
Yeah.
yeah, that
And this
balance in
club
school life.
will definitely provide it to you. So, anybody interested in joining film or writing club, go to a what are the what are the rooms again?
Film club is A308. Writing club is D308.
And what days do these meet?
Uh, Writing club is on Wednesdays and Fridays, and film club is on Mondays.
Okay, well,
Yes.
you heard it here first, folks. Join join writing club, join film club, join whatever your heart contents, whatever your heart desires to reach that balance and fulfill your dreams. Thank you,
It's the
Kane, so
Scuff
much.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Kane, thank you so much for being on the show. Greatly appreciate it. If anyone else wants to join the podcast, message me, fill out the form, do whatever. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the first ever episode of the IHHP. If you want to watch more episodes, come out every Friday, YouTube, SoundCloud, so far. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.